What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, RedoptionAgency.com, 23 years, selling full-time on eBay. And we are Friday morning, right? Yeah, make sure. Friday. So we're going to look back and see what's sold this past week, how much money I made, and what the hell is going on with eBay. eBay, what's going on? Get my calculator out since I got the two stores. I was kind of shocked with the new store this morning. We'll get into that. But what was the problems yesterday? I already forgot what the hell's going on. It's early. We're at 9:30 a.m. this morning. Let me see what I talked about yesterday. When I tell you I usually forget things the moments after I'm done with them. Like I can't even tell you what the video and problems were yesterday because I'm just 10 miles already down the road when the video goes up. So the listings, man, that was if you didn't see last night's video about the listings vanishing, finally found proof of what everybody's speculated for a very long time, and of course the checkout issue being suppressed. So in that video yesterday, I asked the question, will I get to $650 that day? Because that's where I should have been headed. Did it pan out, or did it still keep me at that same level it's been keeping me at for the 10 days prior to that? So that was the question yesterday. And I will shrink it ink me down here. If I click on the right thing. Move me over. And boom. All right. So yesterday, nope, but I at least made it to 601, which is right about that same average that's been going on for so long. I had a question is, did I try dynamic with it, just letting it go with whatever percentage that eBay wants? And I did. I can't remember when I turned it off. I'm wondering if I turned it off here. I don't think so. I think I turned it off right around here. But the one thing I did notice is my seller cost. It jumped it up about 4 to 5%. So when I saw that, I kind of just went back to my 13%, because some of my stuff was selling at 21%. I'm like, come on, this is ridiculous. So it jumped my stuff up about 4 or 5%, but yet didn't equate to the sales being worth it. The sales were still pretty much about the same. So I think if you look at no matter where I turned it off here, you can tell there's not much difference for, say, paying an average extra 4 or 5% for items to sell. It just doesn't make sense. I'll make sure that camera's looking a little crooked. Besides the $800 day, 738, the 861, everything else is roughly about the same. So no matter if I had dynamic put in eBay's numbers, and actually when I did dynamic, I did it +1 also on top of it, just to get a little edge up on anybody who's just doing dynamic, period. And it's just not worth it, in my opinion. If it got me more sales, I wouldn't mind paying 54% if I was doing $1,000 or $1,100 a day. But I'm not. And so it didn't increase the sales. The only thing it increased was my costs. So in my eyes, it was not worth it. But there's so many problems going on with promoted anyway that even I think off-site promoted has been messed up this week, because if I go to my dashboard, now it's the past 7 days, and promoted off-site, this is the worst I've seen it. 1.63 return on ad spend in the last 7 days. Clicks down 19%. Quantity sold down 68%. Sales down 66%. But yet the ad fee is pretty up there. But then if you go back 14 days, then it jumps up drastically. 2.87 for the month. 3.44. So whatever was going on with Promoted this past week, I think is it included the off-site promotions also, because I am nowhere getting my normal numbers this week with off-site promotion. And again, this is November 22nd. All these numbers should be rising, not falling. But they're falling because of the eBay issues and the glitches and the problems and the updates causing problems and glitches. And it's a pain in the fucking ass. Bottom line, pain in the fucking ass. And sorry if you got kids in the room, I apologize. I don't even think about that when I'm talking. But they'll learn that word soon enough, so no biggie. Just teach them that it's wrong until they're of age to say. It's a learning play. This is a learning channel for you. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the ticket. But yes, I mean, come on. Not right. With the big store this morning. So 601, let me see what it was with international yesterday. So 601 without and we had 629, 630 with yesterday on the big store. So 630 on the small store, 630 plus 235. So 678, 860 total. So not a bad when you combine both. But here, if you didn't notice already, this morning we're at 930. My big store is at $245. That being said, there is one big ticket item with shipping sold for $140. So that would drop it down to a little over $100 if you took that item off. But that's still more than this store, my big store, $71. So the small store is beating the big store. And then on certain days, that one day, 2 days ago, Poshmark beat out, I just noticed Poshmark beat out the small eBay store with only a portion of the listings shared over there so far. So those 2 days were really stinkers on this store. So let's see what we did for the week. So yeah, that's what's going on. Little things and offers are still messed up. Every once in a while, I'll get a splurt of offers that will, I have a day where offers seem right, but last night was not one of them. So offers are still jacked up. After 8:30, had one at 153 and then one at 252. And here again is where I talk a lot. You hear me a lot saying the times. They're almost exact, or they are exact at most times. But 8:25, then finally an offer comes through at 153 and then 252. And then not another offer till 7:30 this morning. So we go 8:25 to 7:30, and then it looks like I got one here at 9 o'clock, which I haven't taken yet or looked at. So offers are still not working properly and coming through as they should be coming through. So another little red flag for you there that appears to be going on. So we're going to check last week's sales on the new store. We go the 15th through the 21st. And let's see what we did over here. So $1,340 down at 9.7%. Should not be going down this time of year. Selling costs at 41.9%. Net sales $690, but that's up 9% or 8%. So there you go there. And that might be due to the dynamic thing also, because when I did the dynamic over on the big store, I also did it here. So the fact that my net sales are up, it's probably because the dynamic was taken off, because it didn't really produce over here either, in my opinion. Top 5 items over here. We got women's tops at number 5 coming in at $92. We've got NHL items at number 4 at $100. We got women's shoes at number 3 with $135. Men's t-shirts dropped down to number 2. First week of that happening, I believe. I believe that's the first week of that happening. At $214. And number 1, which is probably going to be from here on out, is men's hats over here at $220. So I'm going to remember that number because I want to see if my total for the hats are staying within that $700 to $1,000 range, or if it's going down or up, because that's going to be, in my opinion, the difference between does this new account work better than a 23-year-old account is going to be the hat sales. $220 for hats in a week over here with, I don't know, maybe 1,200, 1,400 hats. I think that's pretty strong compared to 13,000 was in the other store, and I would only get $700 to $1,000 in hats. So without thinking about the numbers and actually doing them, it looks more positive moving the hats over here this week. We'll see if that stays true or not. Let me add in what's our Major League Baseball is our honorable mention at $64. So let me type in this number so I can see what I did for the week. 640.39. Okay. So that's what's going on there. And we'll head over to the big store and check those numbers. All right. Patting the peewee. You okay? Probably got to go to the bathroom. You haven't been out since 5 this. No, you went out at 6. So you probably still got to pee. All right. Try to hang on for a little bit longer so I can finish this video. All right. With International. So $4,184, down 11%. So both of them down close to similar. 4,184 point even. $5,524 for the week total. And here's what I was saying. See, I knew my costs were going to go up just moving a lot of the hats and the higher dollar stuff, the clothes over. Didn't expect 55.4. That's why I'm wondering when I turned off dynamic, because if I turned it off within the 7 days, then I'm okay with this number. If I turned it off prior to these 7 days, then I'm not okay with this number. How did it get so high? I expected to maybe push 51, 52 at the most. Just thinking, not actual doing numbers. Look at you, goofball. You're so goofy. Ooh, but I don't like this number. Net sales down 25.5%. These numbers are making me nauseous. Wait a minute. What the hell? Hold on. Something. I think I just added wrong. Plus 1586.16 plus 7.96. All right, I wanted to make sure these numbers were adding up properly. Look at you. God, that's sickening. I don't like this. Hopefully, that's the reason I turned off dynamic. So hopefully, it was within this week that happened, because we're at the 22nd of the month. I want this number to be 49 at this point. I don't want it at 55. God. Oh, you know what a lot of that probably is? The off-site ads. That's what it, being that the return on ad spend's only like in the 1%. So that's going to probably have some effect on that also. So I didn't even think about that. The fact that dropped down so drastically low this week. Is your head going to turn around and pop off? What are you doing? You look like a Pez dispenser. Your head's up so high. Straight up. All right, give me a few more minutes. baby boy. Yeah, I'm not happy with that at all. Ooh. At least we get the top 5 with international included this week. So, number 5, $190 in Blu-rays and DVDs, down 12.8%. Vinyl records, $424, up 27.6%. Hats dropping down to number 3, since I'm moving them over, $519.21, down 29%. So the other was 220 plus 520, basically. So 740. So we're still in that $700 to $1,000 range with hats. The goal is to get it over 1,000 each week by moving it over to the new store. So we'll see if that happens. Cassette tapes, $741, up 31.6%. And number 1 is, as has been for quite a while now, music CDs, $1,365, down 12.2%. This week also, I neglected the store a lot. I listed, not counting yesterday, I probably listed a total of maybe 50 pieces in the store all week. So that could come into play also with some of these numbers. So, honorable mention is audiobooks at $80. VHS tapes, look at that. Right under that at $63. So, yeah, so that's where we're at. So, yeah, this not a good start to the day for the store at all. $71. And in my opinion, not a good outcome for yesterday. I should have been 650 plus. So, but something's changed to allow this to happen. Something has changed. What that is, I'm not sure. Could just be the glitches from the changes, the new changes, which I'm still not happy with. A lot of these changes that they made, like this. Let's see what this looks like past 7 days since this week's been totally whacked out. Of course, everything down except sale conversion rate up 2.8. Can't remember the last time my conversion rate in the store was up so high. So why is all the other numbers going so far down? Why is that one going up yet the other numbers are going down? The whole theory is when that number goes up, everything goes up. Well, that number's going up and all my other numbers are going down. Yesterday here, holy shit. What the hell happened here? All right, Thursday, 481 plus 277. That was the day I even turned off promoted and turned them back on. Oh, wait, never mind. That's today. Duh. That's why it's so low. That's today. This is yesterday. All right, so never mind. My bad. I was looking at the wrong thing. See, that's why I hate this. It's so hard to read. It's so hard to get so mixed up with this. Oh, man, I don't like that at all. Ah, here lies the problem. Now, I know the promoted offsite usually takes, I thought he took a day to update. Or is it going to take 2 days now? Because it's showing 0 there, so maybe it takes 2 days to update. And then here it's promoted offsites 10,000. All right, start freaking out. I don't like this view at all. What did I sell yesterday? So 60 68 items, so not bad in the quantity count yesterday. That's at least up compared to 57 before that. So, but today's harmful. Got a 399 45 record that just sold. Well, it's good to at least see this going up, because then that means, hopefully it means, when all these glitches and issues are, God, how many times have I said that over the past 3 years? When these glitches and issues are fixed, my store should be going up, being my sale conversion rate's going up. But how many times have I said when these glitches are fixed? Way too many times. Way too many times, and for way too long of a period of time. All right, I'm getting out of this before it drags me down, because I'm just not happy with that layout. And if they change this layout to look like that, I'm not even going to pay attention to this layout anymore. It's just not going to happen. So at least I'm at $80. Still haven't outbeat the big store yet, even if you take that $140 item off. Let's see. I'll show you what the item was. So I had bought some clothing, some T-shirts from America's Thrift. It's a down south thrift store, but they do some pallets, not pallets, but bales. And I ordered just a plain T-shirt that's $100, but they sent me their $500 T-shirt bale instead, which is graphic tees. And in my opinion, it's not really worth it unless you get more like the one that just sold today. Let me see if it come up over here. So this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and here it is. So in that $500 bale that I paid $100 for, I got this Greg Allman Band T-shirt. So it finally sold for $140. So I think they used their 10% off, and then it was $140 with shipping. So those bales are definitely worth $100. Would I buy one for $500? No, not based on what I got out of it. I got this out of it. Would have got probably, I think that was in it. Maybe that was in it. Maybe something like this was in it. That I think came from the bins. All these Johnny Cash and Nirvana CDs that are pretty cheap, tons of those were in it. So that's why there were so many of these in it. That's why for me, I don't think they're worth it, because it's over. The percentage of these modern band shirts are just so heavy in those lots that it's just not worth it. You would have to like hit a good one where you've got a couple of vintage tees in it to really make it worth the while. Like if I had two graphic tees, two vintage concert shirts in there that I could sell for $100 plus, then I might take a chance on it, but it's not worth the gamble to me. When I can go over to the bins and just get common stuff like this that sells all the time, all day long. So this was a cancel, so I had to relist that. So you saw some of the stuff in yesterday's video. So $245. I'm curious to see how my new store will play out, being I've got so much over here already today. And we're already over yesterday's numbers, at 9:30 this morning. So how is today's going to, I think, be a good picture on, do eBay control your money, and are the accounts connected? In order for that theory to fall through, or to be upheld, I should say, I would say that my big store will do, we're even going to go a little high. We'll go 650 minus 245. If that theory is to hold true, I think my big store today will only do about $400. So if my big store only does $400 today, you're probably going to see me jumping on that bandwagon. That they are connected and they are both tethered together and they're both controlled. If I only do $400 in this store today, 400 or less. If I do over 405, then I'm still going to be questioning it. So we'll see how that plays out. Especially only having 80 this morning. So will I only have $300 more for the rest of the day? That would be a red flag for me. Let's see what my numbers are. I'm never at 100% over here, even though everything's always sent on time. Let's see if my new store's dropped yet. Yep, it's finally dropped. I've been at 100% forever. Now it's 99.18. Does this one say plus or no? No. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, that's what's going on with me and what's going on this morning. This weekend, I think I'm working on that stuff, getting it listed into my big, both stores get listed. And, so I'm off to work. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. And if anything pops up throughout the day, I will, you'll hear from me again. So, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are not, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.